Bryan Kohberger, accused of slaughtering the 4 Idaho University students, appears in court in Shackles. His mother and sister arrived for the brief hearing arm in arm, their faces masked. His father, also wearing a mask, was a few steps behind them. When Bryan Kohberger entered the courtroom here in Pennsylvania, his eyes went directly to his family members seated in the front row, dad, mom, and 2 sisters, all holding tissues. Kohberger listened intently to the judge, even responding verbally with answers like, "Yes, I have," "Yes, I understand." Now, when he was led out of the courtroom, he did look back at his family and mouth the words, "I love you." Kohberger will be flown back to Idaho to face justice, and that could happen as soon as tonight. Hey, how did you do it? Public defender Jason Labar represented Kohberger at the extradition hearing.
He said, this is not him. He believes he's going to be exonerated. That's what he believes. Those were his words.
Look, this is a citation Kohberger was issued by Moscow, Idaho police for not wearing a seatbelt. The date, August 21st, 2022, 11:40 p.m., the day before the new semester began. He was pulled over in his white 2015 Elantra at the entrance to the campus, just 1.7 miles from the house where the murders took place.
This is Jim Moray in Moscow, Idaho. One of the key questions raised by the seatbelt ticket is this: what was Kohberger doing at the University of Idaho when he was a grad student at Washington State University 8 miles away? Could he have been stalking one of the students who was later found slain?
The father of victim Kaylee Gonsalves was asked about possible links with her on Good Morning America.
I think those things will come out. I don't know if there's a direct connection, but we're waiting to see, and we're learning every day we're learning something new.
And did Bryan Kohberger call into a podcast covering the murder investigation? A friend says this is his voice.
I live in a college town, and I've worked with at least 10 Sigma Chi members.
The caller tries to raise suspicions about the Sigma Chi fraternity that victim Ethan Chapin belonged to. Could it have been an attempt to divert attention to them and away from the real killer?
The one thing that every single one of them has asked me is, if you were going to kill somebody, how would you get away with it? Maybe this is nothing more than some kid in a fraternity trying to prove himself.
Kohberger's father, Michael, flew to Washington State to drive 2,500 miles cross-country with his son to their home in Chestnut Hill, Pennsylvania for winter break. They were pulled over in the white Elantra twice in Indiana, once for speeding and an hour later for tailgating. This is body cam video of one of those stops.
Bryan Kohberger.
Kohberger has a master's degree in criminology and was studying for a doctorate. Forensic psychiatrist Dr. Keith Ablow says Kohberger's fascination with crime may have had tragic consequences.
When you look long into an abyss, be careful, because the abyss also looks into you. It's possible that somebody fascinated with crime, who's ill-equipped with empathy, could then be drawn into the darkness.